here, we can't crucify him. You do know that there's a revival coming into the land. And there's a young generation that's getting ready to flood the church. They're going to have tattoos everywhere. They're going to have orange hair. They're going to have body piercings. But they're going to try everything but Jesus. And when they come to the church, they need to see a difference in you and me. I'm saying that we don't need to bother them about their hair color. We don't need to bother them about their tattoos. We just need to live a life that's different from where they're trying to live. The world ain't coming into the church because they don't see no difference. You go to the church and not the church mother got burgundy hair, long fingernails, red on men, so she could barely walk in her stiletto. But she said, don't call me old, the devil lives a liar. Everything about you, she is old. You need to let it go. Instead of trying to drop it like it's hot, you need to hold it like it's warm. Church, and that's why we can't get no new folks saved, because they don't see no difference. And another thing, we got to be careful that when God saves you, you don't lose your testimony. I'm almost done. We have to walk in unity. Every now and then, when you see a young person walking down the road that God took you out of, don't hold on to your testimony. Because they need to know, that God can not only save, he can deliver, and he can keep. I'm going to say it again. He can save, he can deliver, and he can keep you. Oh, don't mess me up in here, because I'll go down the road. Some of y'all owe God a praise. You know you owe God a praise. You shouldn't have to come to church and wait on the praise team. You shouldn't have to come and wait on the deacons. Time you walk in the door, you ought to come in jumping and living. Why? Because when you was in the world, you drunk so much liquor, and you drunk good liquor too. Nothing cheap, top shit. Don't let me go there. And the liquor should have been a raise. You're drunk in the morning, drunk for lunch, and you're drunk at night before you went to bed. And what here is you look good, and you've done buried 8 classmates and 2 party brothers. And you want to see you like God ain't done nothing for you? Let me go to the other side. Why don't you act like God ain't giving you? Some of y'all smoke so much weed, you gotta roll it up and start all over again. And here it is, God help your brain cells. You got a master's degree on your way to get a doctorate, and you trying to come to church and be cute. You better tell God thank you for what did happen. Church folk, forget where they come from. Now let me go down this road. I hope I don't get into trouble. Don't you try to be cute. You better learn how to give God praise. Because all of y'all was, some of us was like that country song. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love in too many places. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Some of y'all was just like a moving boomerang. You woke up and you said, ooh. Just got like the army song. How did you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. And here it is, you trying to be cute. You better be glad you ain't wake up with something on your bloodstream. You better be glad you ain't wake up with a house full of children. And it wasn't that you were so different. It said that your grandmama prayed for you and put his blood on you. You could have had HIV or STD, could have been messed up, but because his blood was on you. God, help me in here. That's why I like folk that just praising just because. Listen, a real praiser don't even need an organ, a drum. A real praiser you don't need a tambourine. You don't need no, a real praiser only needs 2 things. A minute and a moment. Because when I think about how good he's in here, everybody in here got 2 testimonies. One you can tell and one you better not tell. I have to let my feet show. I have to start dancing. I have to do something because it's some stuff God snatched me out of, and I can't believe I was in it. But since I'm out of it, I'm grateful. The church of Ephesus had a problem going on. It caused disruption in the church and a lack of unity because the older people, they were so busy trying to judge the new converts. That's why we must be careful. When we go into sanctification, when we you go into a lifestyle of salvation, you cannot neglect and forget about your testimony. That's why I had to throw Corinthians in there, because if the church don't do nothing else, let's grow up. You hear me? If you've been saved long enough, realize this, that your level of spiritual maturity is going to make it easy for my pastor. You hear me? What do you mean? There's a level of spiritual maturity to where you ain't got to take everything to your pastor and burden him down. You know what I'm saying? There's a level of spiritual maturity, but you get in your life and you've been saved for such a time, you'll realize that God will always somehow make a way. You ain't got to burden him down, you ain't got to wear folk out. You learn that if I just go to God in my secret closet, he will work, because when you mature in God, you realize ain't no designed way or specific way to pray. All I can do is be driving down the street and talk to God like I'm talking to my best friend. And before I know it, he has already answered my prayer. You know what I'm saying? When you have a mature relationship with the Lord, you'll be able to lay hands on your own self and command that headache to go back to hell. You'll be able to get up in the morning and walk and work, and you'll wave your hand all across where you work and say, I don't care how much hell break loose, round up in here, ain't gonna be nothing but peace. When you grow up in God, you'll be able to walk by a supervisor that don't even like it and smile at them for real and say, God bless you, yeah. Because I'm a living witness. He'll keep them so busy till they forgot that you even work for him. When you grow up in God, you will realize that the enemy that's fighting you must be a fool, because you're more than a conqueror. When you grow up in God, you'll realize I don't have time to fight nobody else, but I'll recognize the demon that's fighting my sister and brother. You know what I'm saying? When you grow up in God, you won't have to come to church and be worried about who spoke to you and who ain't speak to you. Because that's foolishness that's going on in the church. Oh, she don't like me, she never liked me. Okay, who cares about it? Let's grow up. If you know Sister Sally don't like it, sit on the left side. Let her sit on the right side. You ain't got to go to dinner with her. Say, hey, and keep going. You know, why you gonna deal with that? If we're gonna walk in unity, let's get spiritually mature enough in the church, because a mature believer, all they do is think about God's goodness, and they have church all by themselves. A mature person, when they've grown up in God, they don't need nobody to pat them on the back and put their name on the program, because they realize that I'm working unto the Lord, and when it's all said and done, I'm gonna be like Revelation chapter 14. My works are gonna follow me home to church. And every good thing I've done for the God and for the gospel, He's gonna put it in the fire, and it's gonna come out in silver and gold. Who cares if you forget to put my name in the program? I did it as unto the Lord. And you're trying to get no reward on this because you can't pay me enough. But when I do it for the Lord, He'll keep my body healed. When I grow up in God and when I do something out of spiritual maturity, when cancer try to eat on my flesh, it'll stumble and fall. Some of y'all, when you look so good, it's because you've been working for the Lord. It ain't that you've done everything right. It's only because God's mercy is keeping you. That's why I like to be around people who talk my kind of talk. Every now and then, Loretta, I try to have a pity party. Every now and then, I try to have a sad song. But I call my best friend and she'll say, man, what we going to do next? You going to cry about it or we going to trust God? And I say, I'll choose to trust God. Because the more I trust Him, the better I feel. The more I give Him glory, the more He brings me out. I'm looking at some of y'all in here, you're better than Superman. You know, Superman, kryptonite made him weak, but ain't nothing gonna make you weak. You done came over too many hills and mountains. What makes you think He's gonna leave you now? I'm looking at some of you ladies, you're better than Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman didn't do nothing unless she turned in a circle. But all you gotta do is lift your hands and the whole room will shift. You better tell them, don't play with me because I'm a bad member. And I praise God, He'll shift everything on this road. If I give God glory, He'll go and heal your mama. If I give God glory, He'll save your son. He likes it when I give Him praise. He likes it when I give Him glory. I'm a living witness that the more I praise Him, the better it gets. Hey. serious force to reckon with. When you get with me and I get with you, and listen, unity don't mean that you got to come over my house and eat crabs on Friday. I'm saying that. Unity means that when you come to church and I come to church, we got the same purpose. Give him glory. And after that, we got to come to a lot of stuff in the church will be cut out if you let church people stay in the church and your friends stay. Y'all ain't stop mixing so many people. Everybody ain't meant to come to your house. Everybody ain't meant to go play basketball with you. Let the basketball brothers be the basketball brothers. Hey, how you doing? And even if they call you and try to be slick, I want to come back to your house and return your shoes, throw them across the fence so I get them clean. I've learned that the greater victories that I've had is when I kept my mouth closed. Some blessings you don't need to advertise. Just let your enemies see it. Y'all look at me straight. I need about 4 people and I'm gonna leave y'all alone. You ever had an enemy and you know they fought you real hard? They did everything, whether it was in the church, on the job, in the neighborhood, but even God preserved you so and he kept you so, and you saw him in Walmart and you ain't have nothing in your heart, you looked at him and said, hey, how you doing? Give him good sugar. You like me, so you know me. I know you don't like me, but you can't do nothing about it. But I'm just like Caesar. I may be black, I may be ugly, but I'm here. Because he is a keeper and he is a sustainer unto him who's able to keep me from falling. I'm so glad and it ain't so that I'm good and standing. If God is good at holding me up, I can't even tell you how he's doing it, but I do know he's taking good care of me. When we walk in unity, it ain't nothing we can't do. When we walk in unity, we'll double team the devil. When we walk in unity, we'll put something on the enemy. And I say when I was a little boy, I remember on Saturday mornings, they don't have it like this no more. Me and my brother used to get up on Saturday morning, eat our bowl of cereal, turn on the TV, and we couldn't wait to look at the real WWF. I don't know what they got right now. This stuff is too dramatic right now. But I like it when we had the Dusty Rhodes and the Chuck one of the greatest times we used to like is when they did tag team. When you come to church, you're in a tag team match. That's why you got to choose your seat carefully. But when they used to tag team, they used to look like the enemy got them. You used to put them in the sleeper and look like they were about to lose it. And my brother used to be glued to the TV. Just tell them, hurry, get yourself together. Look like they were going out for the count. Or while the enemy had them in the figure 4, and they about to go out there and inch their way over to the corner.